Hello everyone. In this video I am going to explain you what is lookup data table activity in UiPath with a simple example of getting the employee city if you give the input as employee name. So for example, this lookup data table activity will search for the value which we have given in this lookup value and it will return the row index. So we need to create a variable in this row index, so it is going to return the row index. There are two cases. So one is it will return the row index when you don't give the column name in this target column. So if you give the column name in this target column, for example city, so it will also give the city name of that employee. So one is it will give only row index of this value, and the second case is it will give the city name if you give the column name in this target column. So for example, look at this data table which I have already created with some columns as employee name, employee ID, company name, salary, employee ID, city. So for example, I need to get the information of this employee name Sumit. So from which city the Sumit is from, I will just give the user input as Sumit, then it will return me the city of that Sumit from. So when I give Sumit as user input, it will give Sumit city is Chennai. So okay, first let me delete this and I will explain you from scratch. So look at this data table. So I will give the value in lookup value Hyderabad and I will give the column name is city, then it will return me the index, row index is 2. So let's get start with that. I'm going to use this lookup data table activity and I will drop it in our designer panel. Click on it and in the properties panel we need to fill these fields. So first one is data table, which is nothing but in which data table I am going to find the row index of that value. So I have a data table and I have created an output variable for this data table which is dt out. So I am going to give the same as input to this lookup data table activity because it is going to be search in that data table only. So I will give dt out. So in this data table I want to find the value Hyderabad. So I want to find the index of the value Hyderabad. So we'll give this Hyderabad. So its column name is, we know that it's city. Okay, so it is going to search for this value and it will return us a row index of this value. So we need to create a variable to store that row index. So use shortcut Ctrl K and I will name it as index. So I need to use message box activity to display the row index and I will pass the variable name index dot to string. Okay, so let me run this process. So it is giving the row index is 0 because in the data table the index of this value Hyderabad is 0. So this is the value Hyderabad and its index is 0. For example, if I give Bangalore, it will show me the index is 1. So I will change this to, for example, let me give me Chennai and it will show me the index of that value Chennai. So the row index is 3 because in the data table the value Chennai row index is 3. Okay, so as index starts from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. So the row index of this value Chennai is 3. So you can also give this lookup value as user input. So let me explain you that one also. For example, let me take an input dialog activity into our designer panel. So I will take this and I am going to name its title as enter employee details and in the label field enter employee name to find his city. So if you give the employee name, it will display you the city of that employee name. Now I will create a variable to store the employee name or to store the user given input, and I will name it as employee or EMP name. So okay, and now what I'm going to do is click on this lookup data table activity. I will pass the variable name EMP name in this lookup value. So it will look for user given input employee name. So it will look for employee name in employee name column. So I need to change this to employee name column in the data table, and the target column I am going to get its city. So let's go and search in the city. Okay, so this is going to search for this employee name in employee names column, and it will return us the city name of that employee in this cell value. Let me create a variable in this cell value. Okay, so in the message box I will just change this to employee city is, will concatenate with the variable employee city. So this is the variable which we have created in this lookup data table activity, and here in this cell value which we are going to find in the city name of that employee. So let me run this process. So it is asking to enter the employee name in the data table. For example, let me show you before running this. So I can give any user input from these names: John, Smith, Barun, Sumit, Akshay and Akhil. It will return me the city name of that employee. For example, if I enter user input as Sumit, it will return me the city name Chennai. If I enter the user input Barun, it will return me the city name is Hyderabad. So similarly, if I enter Akhil, it will return me the city name is Mumbai. So first I am going to enter this employee name Akhil. So it will return me Mumbai as a city name. So I will enter this Akhil. So run this process. So it is asking me to enter the user input. So I will enter Akhil. So okay. See, the message box is displaying employee city is Mumbai. Okay. So this is how to use this lookup data table activity in UiPath. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and don't forget to like this video. Thank you.